Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Boogie, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Hey. One of my favorite things about the intro song is that while I hit play, I got enough time to sneak in one more drink, baby. It's Gas Presents Sports for the Culture, man. Y'all know what time it is. It is 9:38, so y'all probably are just tuning in like, yo, what's up? But we just getting it started, baby. It's Tuesday night. Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. What's up? I'm your host for the evening. I'm Scruff Lion. Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. It's the gang. Let me go ahead and introduce the squad. Top right, introduce yourself.
Hey, T-Boogie, man. Blue Cup Boogie again tonight. It's going to be a good show. We got a lot of topics, a lot of current relevant stuff, Olympics, all that good stuff. But I'm ready. I'm just ready to get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. When the intro go, you take your last sip and you get busy. Let's go. Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hold on. One thing. We got the Gamma and the Delta and all these Resident Evil variants of the COVID. Wash your hands, wash your ass, and let's go, man.
Yep. People start getting a little buck crazy, man. But yeah, the COVID is back with the vengeance.
Yes.
Bottom left. Introduce yourself.
what up, man? It's your boy Young Rome 22. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Shout out to all the loyal listeners checking in. Please forgive us for being 8 minutes late, man. You know us, man. We're on CP time out here, but better late than never, man. Let's get it.
Yep. Like my boy Yeezy said, he said, "Damn, boy, that ain't even the right tone." Other people time though, you know what time it is. Last but not least, bottom right.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy D-Melo, and I'm just here so I don't get fined from these gentlemen for always showing up late. Today I'm early, damn it, I'm early.
Yes,
Yeah, I knew I was late when G beat me, man. When G beat me to the pre-show, I know I'm late.
Yeah, dog, that is accurate. When G beats you in here, then you are running late. But G was actually one of the first two people here today, so we gotta give him that. We gotta give him that. But yeah, so let's get into it, fellas, man. It's another week in sports, man. We are fresh off of a championship weekend, middle Wednesday, I think it was Thursday, I don't even know. But the Bucks won the championship, so let's just give a moment for the Milwaukee Bucks, man. T Boogie is a resident Bucks fan, so go ahead, T. And, any words of encouragement for Bucks fans at home?
Hey, man, Giannis, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, everybody, we did it, baby. We're at the top. They can't take nothing from us. Giannis, you're goated. Hey, I love it. You don't have to win another game. You did what you had to do.
Yeah, he did what he had to do. He's goated, as they say. I mean, pretty good. I mean, he's got. Let's talk about that. Actually, we talking about the championship. We talking about Giannis and the Bucks, and we had to talk about who's the best player in the league. And Giannis has made it state his pace. He's got 2 MVPs now, Defensive Player of the Year, and he's got a championship. Fellas, this is a jump ball quick discussion on the Bucks. Are the Bucks gonna get another championship? Is Giannis now officially that guy?
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it right quick. I don't know if they're going to get another championship. I said last week it's going to be tough for them on the road back. But is Giannis that guy? I think absolutely. I mean, word on the street is Giannis got this championship. That's why Rodgers came back. He was like, hold up. Giannis got one for Wisconsin. I got to come get one for Wisconsin right quick. So is Giannis that guy? I think absolutely, man. I mean, you look the way he did it, staying in Milwaukee when he didn't have to. He called out the super teams, didn't do it with a super team, man. He's definitely that guy as it stands right now.
G, what's your thoughts on the dominant win for the Bucks?
Does Giannis a top 3 player in the league right now? Yes, it does. Does it make the Bucks guarantee a 3-peat? I mean, 2-peat? Not really. I'll go with the Phil on that because let's say if there's a healthy Laker, will we saying the Bucks are a championship? Or let's say a healthy KD, an inch in the shoe size smaller. Are we saying the Brooklyn Nets are not champions at this point? It's a give or take on this one, but we're gonna give these guys the flowers. Congratulations to the Bucks fans and to the Bucks, but do they repeat? Nah, I go with the Phil on that.
Yeah, I feel you. I probably go with the Phil too. I mean, Brooklyn Nets stuff, man. You know, it's a as they say, it's a make or miss league, man. You know, things change pretty quickly. You know, and I imagine the NBA offseason is going to be a very interesting one. There's a lot of rumors. We're not even going to discuss rumors or hearsay. You know, we don't operate in the space of hearsay and rumors, so we only want to spit facts. So T, you talked about the Bucks. This is your what's your thoughts, man? Is this the beginning of the Bucks dynasty?
No, it's not a dynasty. Clay's coming back to the Warriors. LeBron should be healthy next year. Harden and Kyrie will be healthy. Yeah, it's definitely not a dynasty, especially in the super team era. Expect one of these teams with a big 2 or a big 3 to get it done. I'd love to see the Bucks take the next step and do it again, but I wouldn't put my money on it. I'm a Bucks fan. Things kind of just fell their way. I mean, who like I said last week, who expected Ben Simmons to kind of just lose his mojo, lose his confidence? I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later too, but I don't see it for the Bucks. Not next year. Hopefully I'm wrong. But I think KD is ready to make his statement.
Okay, we'll see. Speaking of statements, you know, we had a player make pretty good statements. Talking NFL, we're talking Milwaukee, we're talking Wisconsin, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers made a pretty big statement. You know, I was thinking as of last week, and that's how bleak it was looking last week. I thought he was going to retire, but Aaron Rodgers showed up to camp today. You know, and Aaron Rodgers is now back in the building with the Packers. I don't know what type of secret deal went on to get everything done, but from my understanding, I know that Aaron Rodgers wants to move on from the situation. He tweeted something in the ways of a Michael Jordan Last Dance reference or something along those lines. So is this the last dance for Aaron Rodgers, fellas? Is this the last run for Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay? Jump ball.
Yes. He has nothing there. I mean, him and Devontae Adams, isn't he's like looking to get out of there as well? Because this is his year, right? For contract extension.
They've been discussing extensions, you know. Maybe. He sounded like he's ready to leave wherever Rodgers goes. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Rodgers ends up this year with the Patriots.
Nah, I think this is last dance, like you alluded to. I think he does it one more year with the Packers. They don't win the chip, but I think him and Devontae give it another go. I see they're trying to get Randall Cobb back. So it looks like they're trying to make him happy. But it's the end. I mean, it'll be amazing. Yeah, they're trying to get Randall Cobb back. And I think that's only a play to make Rodgers happy. I can't imagine why else you would want Randall Cobb back.
Man, Rodgers don't even know how to do it right, man. So the thing that's funny about this Rodgers situation is he was really like wanted to have more say in the decisions. He felt like he got, you know, the short end of the stick when it came to getting the guys he liked. And I get that he had a good experience with Randall Cobb, but like, yo, if you're gonna be trying to get juice, man, like you gotta do it right, man. You gotta do it like Tom Brady. So, or maybe he just needs more talented friends, because you know, Tom Brady went and brought in Antonio Brown, you know, Leonard Fournette, Gronkowski. Yeah, he had a nice little addition to the team. You know, if you're gonna play the GM hat, you know, and have some juice, you know, at least bring somebody back that you could actually get some juice out of. I don't know how much juice is left for Randall Cobb.
I don't think Rodgers has any juice, right? You have one championship in what? How many years? 14, 15? I don't know how long he's been playing. It's been a while.
Yeah, but is that Aaron Rodgers' fault or is that the Packers' fault?
Regardless of whose fault it is, you have one. You don't have a juice. You don't have the juice. Like the NFL tries their best to not let a player get bigger than the organization, and rightfully so. Like one guy One guy can't own the org.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I gotta jump in right here, man. Because first off, Aaron Rodgers is a drama queen, bro. This whole off season, all this drama, all this prolonging this out. Oh, I might retire. I might this. I might that. All to just come back to Green Bay for one more season. First of all, him and Devontae Adams posting the Last Dance reference, Scotty and Mike, bruh. Now y'all just put a hell of a lot of pressure on yourselves. Now it's more than just winning that weak ass division. Y'all gotta beat Brady and them boys, bro. Y'all were right there last season, didn't even get to the bowl. Now you posting pictures of Jordan, acting like you're all this and all that. I get that he has the leverage and he wants to get out of Green Bay, man. But I think the way that he went about it this offseason to all end up in Green Bay and for one more season, it's Super Bowl or bust for sure now. And if he doesn't get it, man, he's only getting older. I don't think his best days are ahead of him. I think we've seen the best that we're going to see from Aaron Rodgers. So I'm not feeling this drama queen version of Aaron Rodgers that we're getting going into 2021. Go host Jeopardy with all that.
Yeah, well, I disagree with you, Ron. So
that is
I mean,
blasphemous. That is
I
so
disagree.
blasphemous.
Nah, I agree.
Jump in, man.
G.
The fact that he said Aaron Rodgers just came out of an MVP season.
Yeah, that
right.
same Aaron Rodgers. That same Aaron Rodgers. You're saying he's going to get MVP again? He's going to do that again?
I mean, to say that his best days are behind him when he literally just won MVP, he's actually literally the reigning MVP.
That makes a lot of sense to me. That makes a lot of sense to me. His best days are definitely behind him, considering his age and that he's coming off of MVP. I don't think he's going to duplicate last season, and I damn sure don't think he's going to do better than last season. So to me, that makes a ton of sense. I definitely see Aaron Rodgers trajecting downwards.
I disagree, actually. I disagree, Ron. Before you can jump in, I got to disagree strongly on that point. It's because of two things. Aaron Rodgers literally just won the MVP last year, and he's at a high age. And you could say he's performed high before. And, you would have told me, probably if you would have had enough clips of me earlier before the season, you might have heard me say that I thought Aaron Rodgers was actually overrated, I think I said was the word, before the season started. And then he won the MVP. So much for that. So there's one. Two, you're being real short-sighted, man. I guess you think because he's like in the latter years of his career or he's in his late 30s that he's done or something. Like that's the indication that he only has like a year or two left. That's not the case. You're playing. You're looking at this like he's playing chess. I mean checkers, but really Aaron Rodgers is playing chess, man. He's thinking about the long term. He sees Brady. He sees Brady. He's played longer than most have expected, and he has been showing no signs of slowing down. Brady talking about playing another 3 years, 4 years, maybe, right? You think Aaron Rodgers doesn't see that and think that he could do the same thing? I think he can. And not only do I think he can, I think he could be very successful in that amount of time. So I don't think Aaron Rodgers is done. I definitely think this season is the last season for him with Green Bay. But I think it's all a means to an end for Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
So I got to kiss it up and make house with y'all for the rest of the season. No problem. As long as that means I can get the fuck out of here next season. And that's what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. And he'd probably have a nice 3-year, 4-year run with a great team. And maybe win some Super Bowls while he's at it.
Look, Rodgers go ahead. He's done, but all right, I'm not going to say he's done, but he's not leaving Green Bay. I think he has 3 years left on that contract. And to do all the I'm leaving, and then when push comes to shove, you stay. This is not Real Housewives or whatever. Like
I heard it was a deal. If he comes back, that they're gonna terminate the rest of the contract.
Well, until I see that, then I'll say okay. But he obviously didn't have the leverage he thought he had. Now you got to come back and play it. And you're not Brady. Brady had the juice to change his entire situation. Rodgers, you didn't even work out this season. You haven't been throwing to your guys. You haven't been throwing to your receivers. You're just going to show up and play football. That's not how you get an MVP season. That's not how you run it back. I don't think anybody's scared of Rodgers and Devontae at this point.
This is Aaron Rodgers, bro. This isn't Jimmy Garoppolo. He can show up today, tomorrow, without a single practice. He might have to throw a football all offseason. He can show up tomorrow and be better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's stop.
This is being shown in the room right now.
So what's
that I've been missing?
What's better for Aaron Rodgers? He was MVP last season, went to the NFC Championship, and lost to Tom Brady. So what's better for Aaron Rodgers? Beating Tom Brady. So I'm put you on the spot right now. Are the Packers going to have a better season than the Buccaneers?
Hey, man, what's better for Aaron Rodgers is not necessarily – listen, what's better for Aaron Rodgers is not necessarily what you think is better for Aaron Rodgers. What you think is making him better in your mind of who's the greatest quarterback. At the end of the day, people make decisions for their own lives, Pete. You know, Aaron Rodgers got his own life. He got to live his own life, right? He's got his own problems, and he felt like he wasn't happy. He felt like he wasn't happy, bro.
That's why I had to jump off the Aaron Rodgers train, man. That's why I had to jump off the Aaron Rodgers.
Bro.
Let me tell you how it happened for me.
He deserves happiness, bro. He deserves happiness. Whatever that means to him, if that means he gets random Kyle on his team, he can have his friends play with him. If that's what's going to make him happy as the MVP, he has earned that right. However he has to do it to get there, that's fine. If this is
he can get Randall Cobb. He can get corn on the cob. I don't care what kind of cob he gets, bro. What ruined it for me, man, honestly, bro, Aaron Rodgers, the drama queenness of all this, bro. Like he acted like he wanted out of Green Bay so bad, and that is fine because he had every right to want out of Green Bay because the way they did him was kind of dirty. But to end up in Green Bay and just show up with your man bun and your sunglasses, fresh off of Jeopardy, like T said, he hasn't even been working out, hasn't been throwing with his guys. What leads me to believe that he's going to have another MVP season? What leads me to believe that he's ready to be better than Tom Brady and the Buccaneers? Nothing. Nothing leads me to believe that he's on his way to the Super Bowl right now. None of his actions make me believe that.
And newsflash, it's July. Tom Brady's not even thinking about the Super Bowl yet, bro. You think Tom Brady wins Super Bowls in July?
No, you're crazy. Brady is thinking about this next Super Bowl. As soon as he wins, he's thinking about the next one. That's the difference. Brady gets there. Rodgers.
Hey. Well, I'll let it be known, bro. I'll let it be known. Aaron Rodgers just showed up to work July 27th, and he'll be better than every single starting quarterback of everybody on this panel. So everybody could just, I ain't going to say what I'm going to say, but everybody could hush all that Aaron Rodgers nonsense. He's going to bring it when it matters, bro.
But that's what? No shit. He's going to be better than Daniel Jones. He's going to be better than Fitzpatrick and Jimmy D. And who's your quarterback?
Jalen Hurts.
Why are we comparing Aaron Rodgers to these scrubs, man?
Yeah,
bro, that's the league, bro. That's the league, bro.
We all know Aaron Rodgers is elite. We all know Aaron Rodgers is elite. He's top tier. Like, compare him to these other top tier guys. And you think he's going to continuously have better seasons than Patrick Mahomes? You think he's going to continuously have better seasons than Lamar Jackson? Like, it's the Aaron Rodgers era is past us.
Patrick Mahomes, maybe not.
No, he's not going to be better than either one of those quarterbacks this season. He's not going to be better than Josh Allen in the next 2 seasons.
Bro, it's really not about that for Aaron Rodgers. At this point. He's proven that he's proven that he could put up crazy numbers. He just won the MVP last season, and he's in his mid to late 30s.
That's not a chip. MVP is not
postseason advancement is what will make the difference.
I mean, Russ has been the 2 of those things.
He's not it.
Mahomes has been the 2 of those things. Like, you've been to 1 Super Bowl. I think people got Rodgers rated a little too high to me. He's a great player, excellent quarterback, amazing release. But at the end of the day, you got to get to the Super Bowl. That's how we judge quarterbacks. That's why we don't bring up Jim Kelly. That's why I don't bring up Marino. You got to get to the Super Bowl and you got to win. He has the 1. You're in an era where people have multiple. You know what I'm saying? And people have got there multiple times. Until Rodgers
he don't even get there.
Until Rodgers does that, I don't really want to hear him.
That's the problem, bro. That's the thing. The quarterback is only one position, bro. He can only do so much. And part of the thing that he was complaining about was the fact that he didn't have no help. So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's a team sport, man. It's a team sport. You know? He could have used some help.
Well, he has the number 1 receiver, Monte Adams.
And then again,
bro, he's only the number 1 receiver because he throws him the ball, bro.
No.
I mean, I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement. I think Rodgers is more Rodgers than it is Devontae, but I don't. Yeah. I'm not even trashing Rodgers or his legacy. I'm simply saying the way that he acted this offseason, going into this season, he's acting like he knows something that we all don't. Like he's got some like he got one of the Infinity Stones or something, and he's just going to go out there and have some crazy season for the next four or five seasons. Like, I don't see that happening. I think Aaron Rodgers has 2 elite seasons left in the tank, and after that, he's just going to be a quarterback that's playing that we aren't going to throw too much shade on because of his past greatness. But I don't see a quarterback that's about to go win another Super Bowl. I don't see another Super Bowl.
Can you tell me anytime you've seen Aaron Rodgers play football where you looked at him and said he was just another quarterback? Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's not even
not yet.
That's
not yet, but I'm projecting in the future.
Aaron Rodgers will walk away from this game before he comes and shows up and he's just another quarterback. Are you kidding me? This guy has shown elite level quarterback play that he can just turn it on and just make amazing things happen. He's done it year in and year out. There's no way he's going to show up and just be another quarterback. He would walk away from the game.
What was elite or amazing in that NFC Championship game last season? Where was that play? They had it at the goal line.
He's the reason they lost.
Four shots at the goal line.
He lost the game. He could have ran the ball in, I think that's the play. Bad decision.
That was coach. Remember, because coach pulled them out.
Yeah, coach didn't even want to go for it because Rodgers. I think he had three attempts, and then coach was like, "We're gonna kick it." Because what did you just do?
Elite quarterbacks stay on the field, buddy. Moving on from Rodgers. What else we got?
Hey, we got a comment from the crowd. I'm glad we moving on. My man Femur. I hope I pronounced that right, bro. Femur Breaker. He's obviously European. He said, "Hello. Could you please explain to me why basketball fans from the USA are like babies when compared to Europe?" He said he's on his 12th live stream and he'd like to get an answer. No offense. So,
no offense.
I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not sure how we're going to not take that offensive.
What he means by baby.
What you mean by babies? Please tell me more.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Please tell me more.
What's the like personality of the average European basketball fan? I don't know.
Please enlighten us, Femur. We are asking questions. We want to know.
How popular is basketball over there?
No, it's super popular.
They were more of a rugby guy. They're pretty rough over there from what I know.
Well, he is a femur breaker, so
yeah, it's in the name.
Yeah,
we don't have any femur breakers in the NBA, so.
I'll say this. USA basketball fans. All right, I'm watching the Olympics. Part of the problem is the USA players and the fans are used to the refs bailing them out. They're used to every time they get touched, it's a foul. So the game is just a bit different. Over here, it's more drama, it's more entertainment. Like the U.S. crowd is sleeping. No, the U.S. crowd is the crowd is fine. The U.S. crowd is fine.
Yeah, but sleeping because the competition is trash. Like, what
I guess you want
that whole.
How is the competition trash when they beating us, bro? I have questions. I do have questions about that.
They beat us. Yo, listen, that whole U.S. team hasn't played together for more than 6 days.
But they still, like, this is the premier basketball league in the world. I should be able to throw out backups and beat some of these international teams. Yeah. All those guys want to be the guy in this league.
Well, maybe that's the problem, T. Maybe you can't just throw. That's what I was saying about team construction. You got to put the team together with some type of like thought process. Like other teams have they don't have stars, but the other teams have role players, bro. That's the key. Like other teams have role players. They have teams of role players, and they do quite well. Quite well, bro.
The other team has a bunch of guys that are like, "Look, Mom, I scored on Team USA." They, they're really happy. They're really amped up to play. But the Team USA, they're kind of just out there, man. And from what it looks like, they're kind of just going through the motions. And I don't think they were expecting the physicality of the European style basketball play. But
that's why I think we should switch it up, bro. Like maybe we shouldn't put the best of the best out there. Maybe we should construct a team. Listen, hear me out. Maybe we should construct a team of the right kind of players, right? Maybe they should have some type of longevity playing together. Maybe they should continuously practice throughout the year. And if the NBA commitments are too much for those players, then you have to seek otherwise. Maybe it could be a team of the best college players. Maybe it could be a mix of some mid-level players, in the NBA. Not like the stars that are focused on winning championships, But maybe you bring in a guy like, I don't know, like decent guys. Like, like I can't think of nobody off the top of my head, but like Tobias Harris comes to mind.
If I'm not mistaken, early 80s, I believe, then they used to use college guys. I know it's a little bit before y'all time, but I think they did.
Tucker, yeah, they used to use the premier college guys. Christian Laettner was on the Dream Team. Those guys play harder.
I'm talking about
some college fans would tell you that those guys play harder with more pride. Maybe we put them out there. They're still fighting for an opportunity. They had more to prove. You think Jason Tatum has more to prove?
Some of the stars just got to sacrifice their role. And what's interesting is you don't see this issue with the women. They just go out there and they gel together. The guys can't figure it out. Who's supposed to get shots? Who's supposed to be in the game? The women go out there and make it work.
But that's the problem with the roster construction. You can't, bro. An NBA roster, you have 12 people. Everybody's not going to be a shot maker, shot taker. So why would you, as an Olympic basketball team, create a team full of shot makers and shot takers? That's not how you construct a team properly for basketball. Who's going to set the picks? Who's going to pick the rebounds?
Time out. So you're not about to say that when you had Kobe Durant, LeBron James, Wade, Chris Bosh, all in the Olympics game playing for the U.S. team, and you say those words? That made no sense. That's so contradictory.
Yeah, but they were willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good of the team. I don't know if that's a coaching issue or if it's a personnel issue, but it's not happening right now. Those guys are going out there and playing like a bunch of individuals. And they're not playing like a team.
Is COVID. You're talking about COVID. Look, you just had Devin.
Those other guys aren't. There's not COVID. There's not COVID in Argentina. There's not COVID in Nigeria.
And then you had
Bill.
Bill got sent away because of COVID. Like these guys haven't played They haven't played. All
of these guys are. They're playing the same circumstances.
You're talking about a bunch of French teams, a bunch of these national teams that got to play with each other, that got like at least a month playing with each other. You just finally get Kevin Durant. Like these U.S. teams just got built together.
Look, these are the.
I'm not worried. You got KD on your squad. Tell me what bum ass friends will stop KD the second time around. And I'm going to stop him. Y'all crazy. Y'all talking real blasphemy. I know we're not about to sit here and talk like we're the bummest team in the world. We're the U.S. We are the reason why you got Giannis coming to our league, our NBA league, to get better. Why Jokic didn't stay in his country to get better. He came over here to play in the NBA to get better. These international players come to the NBA to get better. They don't stay over there in Europe and Russia and all these other countries.
They don't come to the NBA to get better. They come to the NBA to get
They come to get money. Right.
They come to get paid.
Hey, to answer Femur Breaker.
There is a difference between Coach K and Popovich. Coach K, people had to buy in. That was a college guy. A college coach is used to dealing with a bunch of personalities and making them figure it out. We got freshmen, we got seniors. You guys are going to make this work. And then you got Popovich, who he's looking a little funny in the light. And I'm a Pop guy.
Right. I'm not a Pop. I say I was a believer in Pop during the time, but I said on the show a few weeks ago that I thought Popovich is expired. He's past due. He's sour milk at this point. You know what I'm saying? And now that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing rumblings from the camp, USA camp, that they're tired of running the San Antonio offense. It's no wonder why Keldon Johnson joined the team, and he seems to be the best player on the squad nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a coaching issue. There's a lot of issues, man. It's looking like a character building year for Team USA basketball.
All I know is if they don't win it all, if they don't get a gold, Pop is done on the international scene. Like, he's got to go.
Pop should be done, period. I told you before. He should be done.
This might actually be okay.
Pop should be at home right now with a glass of vino, watching Gas Present Sports for the Culture. Realistically. But, let's continue on with the Olympic scene, man. T, you was pretty upset today, bro. I don't know. I don't want to characterize you too much, but folks were upset overall. I don't think it was just you, T, actually. I think it was some other people that were upset. But people are upset about, the Olympics. I think something happened with Simone Biles. Tell me a little bit about that, man, because I actually wasn't watching that story from the front line. I was on the sidelines. Enlighten me, bro.
Well, basically, we all know the world's showing up to watch Simone Biles. She's the GOAT. Like, she's the greatest gymnast, one of the greatest athletes that's ever walked the earth. But she was struggling in the team competition. And, after not sticking a dismount, I can't remember what event it was, but she basically checked herself out the game, took a step back, quit, and said, I need to get my mental health together. Like, I don't have it up here. There's a clip floating around where you see her say, like, my effing legs aren't working. So something's going on. It didn't seem like it was like physical health, but she's saying it's mental health, and she took a step back. And a lot of people are saying, hey, you got to support an athlete that's, prioritizing their mental health. And a lot of people are saying you cannot quit on your team. So, yeah, I get both sides. I do feel like she quit on her team, but at the same time, if an athlete wants to shut it down, shut it down. Shut it down. But as fans, as viewers, as media, we can't criticize Ben Simmons when he doesn't want to shoot the ball because his mind isn't right. We can't criticize Paul George when he struggles in the bubble because mental illness. It's a lot of guys. Scotty didn't want to go back in the game. When an athlete decides to shut it down, either we're going to criticize him or not. We can't just give a pass to Naomi. We can't just give a pass to Simone and say, well, you guys are doing the right thing, and these other guys, they're bums. That's not how it works. We want our athletes. I want my athletes to be the best versions of themselves in the biggest moment. What's the point of saying that a guy has ice in his veins if you can just say, yeah, I'm gonna pass the ball. Like I'm a little stressed. My anxiety flared up. I can't score today. Like, that's not what we want out of athletes. And that's part of being a professional athlete. The rigors of the mental aspect of it. A lot of people can practice. A lot of people can lift weights. A lot of people can't get out in front of a crowd and produce. And when you don't do it, I feel like you deserve criticism. I feel like it's actually respecting athletes to hold them in a higher standard. Like, so I'm going to hold Simone Biles to the higher standard. She's a GOAT. You let down your team. Maybe you helped them out a little bit because you were actually off, but you quit on them. You couldn't get it done. Regardless of whatever else, you couldn't get it done, and it hurt the team.
All right, so it's layered. It's layered though. You made a lot of good points. I agree with a lot of them. It's a slightly different though with Naomi Osaka and Biles, because I see what you're saying about performing in front of everyone. I feel like as a professional athlete, you got to do that. That's part of the gig. Naomi Osaka was kind of talking about the answer and the question part after, and she kind of compared that to like taking a personal day. And I thought that made a lot of sense. I don't know if athletes should always have to be put on the big spotlight and answer a bunch of questions after a game, either whether they were successful in the game or whether it was a terrible game for them or not. I know that that's always been part of it, but I could understand if someone needed some time off to not always have to do that, maybe once a season or once whatever, however so often. But I agree with you for the most part, T. Like, I think athletes is part of the game, and I feel like a lot of the times we're seeing these female athletes come out and say something about mental health, but when the male athletes say something, it's not really received the exact same way. It seems to me that it's much more of a be a man kind of thing, and I don't know if that's how we should always go about it. I'd like to see some of the male athletes get accepted the way that the female athletes have been accepted when they speak on their anxiety and their mental health, but it's kind of always been the way it is. I know that's kind of how I lean towards things at times, but I think as things change, I think hopefully we'll see more male athletes be accepted for talking about their mental health and not looked at in the wrong light.
Yeah, you make a great point, man. When it comes to and I'm glad you brought gender into the situation, because that tends to be what's portrayed, right? Man up, they say, right?
Yeah,
that's typically how we tend to approach these type of things, right? That's typically the attitude that we have, and it reflects in our male athletes. You referenced Ben Simmons. See, Ben Simmons clearly has some mental health problems, whether they're from nervousness or pressure or whatever that you may be dealing with. And you never know when your mental health affects your physical health. They are very closely tied together. So not having your mental health in the right place can affect you physically. I know it. I've seen it. So think about Ben Simmons. Before let me finish. Think about Ben Simmons. He actually showed up. So that's what happens. We get this man up mentality, and then we end up showing up. And it's not about Ben. It's about men. We all do this. Like, we'll show up, and then we typically will show up, and we're not really there. And we will get criticized. We show up and we're less than, or we're not rising to the occasion, or we're just going through the motions in those situations. Typically, that is the male, or the way that they expect males to respond in these situations is, just push through it, man up, handle your shit, you be good. But I've started to question for myself, if that's the right way to go about things, because typically we tend to push through these things, and we get through them. We get through the shift. If you work, your 8-hour shift, you get through your shift, get through your night. You're in a relationship, you get through your month, your week, whatever, but is that really the right way to go about those things? They tend to creep up, and I know I can speak for myself when it comes to mental health. We do things all the time on account of mental health, right? Like, I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night, it's a mental health day. Like, I'm smoking the rest of the day. That's how I feel today, But what happens when, like, you do take things and do things and make precautions to, like, do self-love for the sake of mental health, and you just still don't got the answers? I'm sure plenty of people feel that way. I'm sure plenty of people feel that way at home, right? And we're just dealing with the everyday struggles of life, right? Now, I can imagine people are going to feel that way even more when they're athletes under a tremendous amount of scrutiny. So I just question the thought process in regards to all these things. And, I applaud Simone Biles. I know people are going to say, hey, she quit on the team, whatever, this, that, and third. Whether she showed up there and, failed would have been one thing. That would have been one way to go about it. That would have been one way to power through. Would have been better served for her mental health in order to do that this way or that way. Either way, she would have been broken up, picking up the pieces, more or less. I just think, like, what we've gone through as a society in the last year and a half, 2 years, it's been difficult for all of us in different ways. Some of us have lost family members. All of us have been, forced to adjust our lives in dramatic ways. Locked in boxes, for hours, and staring at screens for hours, and just doing things not the way that God intended us to do them. So I know we all are just doing the best we can. So I can never, criticize somebody, that's going through these situations. And, the fact that she took a stand and stepped away from the game is the reason we're talking about it in that way. Otherwise, we would just said she blew it on the national stage if she blew it on the national stage. Just like Ben Simmons or any other, athlete that you've seen that powered through it. But I just wonder if powering through it is the right answer. And that's just what I'm saying. That's my thoughts on the topic.
No, I feel you, and I'm not taking anything away from her, right? My bad, G, but she has to prioritize her mental health, and I respect that. But at the same time, why do we see? Okay, so why don't we see athletes prioritizing their mental health when they're winning? Or is it only when you're messing up, or is it only when you're struggling? That's the only time we have these mental health flare-ups. And I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm not saying it's an excuse, because she's went through a lot. She's a sexual abuse survivor. I couldn't imagine what any of that's like. But what I do know is it's an odd time to say mental health in the middle of a competition. Was there not an issue before the competition? And maybe she did, maybe scrub, maybe she tried to power through and couldn't. And at the end of the day, gymnastics is a sport where if you're off, you could get paralyzed, you could die. So I get it, but I don't know, man. I don't like the idea of going out there with your team and then things don't go your way, so you just say, all right, I'm done.
I hear you on that, T, but I think there has I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I feel like there's probably been a few athletes that have spoken out about dealing with mental health or had some type of issues during a period of success. Honestly, the way Aaron Rodgers was acting, I wouldn't be surprised if he was going through something this summer. But that's another topic. I mean, in all seriousness, though, when it comes to mental health, man or female, man, woman, whatever, you should prioritize your mental health over any sport, any job, any person. Get right with yourself before you do anything. You gotta be right with yourself before you can give any type of performance in anything. So if she felt like she was doing it for her mental health, I don't think anyone can really question that. And I definitely stand with her and give her kudos, really, because I'm sure that's hard to do. I'm sure that's not an easy decision to even come to, because you got to know that people are gonna, you know what I mean, be like, oh, okay, like you failed today, and it's the mental health thing. Like you already know someone's gonna say that, so I feel like that probably factors in to your decision to even go that route. So it can't be an easy decision to come to. So yeah, anybody who is willing to sacrifice something for their mental health, I think that's a big deal. I think that's courageous. And like I said earlier, hopefully when a male athlete takes this type of stand, it's receptive in the same way. I believe Dak Prescott said something last NFL season or the season before, and one of those big time pundits gave him a little crap for it, but hopefully, yeah. When our male athletes speak out, hopefully they get the same type of love.
I mean, Kyrie Irving has said things of this nature several times, and everyone just acts like he's screwy in the head. So that's the type of perception you get. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're just like out of touch, or you're just like off the wall, or you're just like emotional. My favorite word of how people like to characterize these type of situations. Oh, you're just emotional. And that's like, as a guy, that's like the worst thing that somebody could say to you. Oh, you're emotional. But you
the NBA is a great example, actually. That gives me an idea of somebody who's kind of quiet even when they're successful, and that's Kawhi Leonard. I'm not gonna say he struggles with mental health because he's never said anything that I know of, but I know, high or low, Kawhi Leonard's not giving you too much. He's pretty even killed. And I feel like that's to protect his peace. You know what I mean? So
yeah, facts.
There's definitely some athletes out there that, yeah.
G, what you think, man? I haven't heard from you on this.
She quit. She quit on her team. I'm gonna go flat on that one. She quit. Because if you knew where you were going, right? We all knew she was gonna go to Tokyo. They were all gonna abide through the whole COVID guidelines. So there were gonna be strict guidelines on how you go through your process to the stages, your process out of the stages, who you can see, who could be around you. So you already got given the guidelines of what you're gonna do. Like what you said to you earlier. When shit don't go your way, and so that's what we're gonna do now. All athletes, we're gonna see mental health. This is what we're gonna do now. I'm not saying she's a weak person, but I'm just saying, like, so is this the scapegoat doing things now? Because isn't when athletes going through some kind of adversity, isn't that why we praise them even more and glorify them even better? Because they got through it, they did what they were supposed to do, and oh shit, and they do it damn Thug Dizzle on it. Like, look how we glorify LeBron. Look how we glorify Michael Jordan in the flu games. It's so real that we glorify a sneaker to a game that Michael Jordan went out and played. That is now, after you hear his 30 for 30, it could have been because he got poisoned. And we glorify Michael Jordan on that game. He went out there and gave us his heart. Mm-hmm. Same way with LeBron James. Went out there, he could have gave it up when he was down 3-1 against the Golden State. But he came back and he did his damn thing with Kyrie Leonard. Both of them were averaging over 40 points a game. With the last, and no LeBron James slander right now, right? But what I'm saying is, the athletes, when you go to some kind of adversity and you do your damn thing, we give you guys the mountain to stand on and we praise you. So now I'm not gonna say this is like a scapegoat, the mental health thing, but if this is what we're gonna do, I agree to which I said earlier. When male athletes start saying, "Hey, it's a mental health thing," we got to give them a pass.
Look, I do want to be.
I personally feel like she quit on her team though. If I'm
I
gonna answer the
do want to be
question, she
fair.
quit on her team. So
Like
why you go?
Simone Biles did say how tough of a process it was to prepare for the 2020 Olympics and have COVID shut it down, and then have to maintain that level of performance for an entire year to get you back to, you know, the 2021 Olympics. She did allude to that, you know, it was tough. But again, that's the job. And I'm not saying that we should make people do things they don't want to do. If they go crazy, they go crazy. But what I am saying is a lot of people, and maybe we need to change this standard, but a lot of people see their favorite athletes as almost greater than human. You know what I'm saying? They're able to do inhuman things. They're able to run faster than most people run. They can jump higher than people jump. They can sit there in front of thousands and thousands of people and perform when most people would fold. And she's done it time after time after time after time after time. So you can't discredit her for not doing it once. But I'm still going to call it quitting on the team because you literally quit on the team. Whatever the reason is, you still quit on the team. Now you could have did it for the right reason, and it appears to be, but you quit. Like you didn't finish it.
I think it needs to be, the standard should be, let whatever player, whatever person handle their mental health, whatever, grieve how they need to grieve. G, you made excellent points how we celebrate these athletes. I remember Brett Favre, when his dad passed away, I believe it was a Monday night game against like the Raiders, came out there through like 3 or 4 touchdown passes. That's probably going to be the Brett Favre game I remember the most for the rest of my life. That's crazy to me that he was able to do that. But I don't think it's, like T said, that to me is superhuman. I don't think it's fair to hold every athlete, every person to that standard. I know I damn sure couldn't go out there and do that. So I don't think it's fair to hold every person to that standard. So did she technically quit on her team? Absolutely. By you know what I mean, just the nature of what the word quit means, that's what happened. But is it fair to down her for that? I don't know if I would go that far.
All right. So how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Because this was the team portion. How do you feel? What do you guys have to say if she comes back and competes in the individual performance? Like the
now as the teammate, I might have to.
That's a little sus. It's a little sus.
You gotta talk that out. Because if I'm her teammate, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset.
Why? It's not heroic to be able to fight your demons and overcome and persevere. That's not heroic.
If I'm your teammate and I see you going through it and I understand what's happening, you know what I mean, and I see you do that, then maybe I would feel that way. But as me, as Rome, sitting here from where I'm standing, that's like Scruff said, that's a little sus.
So are you telling me I can't take a Tuesday off for my mental health and start my own podcast? That would tell me.
If you do it on Tuesday, I will feel personally offended. But if you did it on Thursday, I wouldn't be that mad.
Hey, if you did it as a lead-in to this show, I'll be all about it.
He bugging. That man smashing his guitar out here.
Nah, but real talk though, man. Y'all talking about athletes rising up during those moments, and like that is some of the great moments in sports that we've seen, right?
Right.
But
I don't think this hurts her though. I don't think it
hurts her either. I don't think I take a different view on it. I don't see it as quitting on the team. I do see it as letting the team down. I don't think it's quitting. I think you are, at least, and this is like a mental health perspective, but like I think quitting is different than stopping. You know, I believe in my personal pursuit of life that there have been times where I needed to stop or I needed to take a break or whatever the case may be. But I will tell you, and everybody that knows me knows this, I never stopped for long. I've never been down for long. I've always come back from anything that put me down or whatever the case may be. And I'm sure Simone Biles still will have the opportunity to do that. So, you know, I think the story is still being written. You know, this is where she's at. This is current the state of her story. But I think letting her team down will ring, you know, in her heart and elevate her as an athlete, you know, whether it's elevated in the moment, like the Brett Favre situation, or whether it elevates her in the next Olympics or whatever the case may be. But I do stand with her in this situation. And, you know, I think it makes for an interesting conversation for sure.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Simone. I'm not trying to hate on you, nothing like that. But I gotta call it fair, man. Lamar Jackson gets it, LeBron gets it. You know, if you're great, I'm gonna hold you to that level. Simone, it's just your time tonight. Well, I look like James Harden. I don't know, man. I guess greatness has a look.
Hey, are they trying to say you fat, bro? That's disrespectful.
Now, we stopped dissociating him with James Harden. James Harden's not fat.
He said I look like a party with little baby.
Hey, you might. Either way, it's a good time for us to take a commercial break. So let's hear from our sponsors. Brought to you by Manscaped. Officially brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Got to protect their hardware.
No.
They just dropped the Lawnmower 4.0.
No.
And they hooked us up. The whole squad got Lawnmower 4.0s. It's a whole new ball game, fellas. That's why they brought gas in for reinforcements. So over 2 million men worldwide who are getting Manscaped with our exclusive offer. 20% off, free shipping, promo code GASNET20. Cash in at manscaped.com. Bryce, tell them more.
And the whole product line is official. I got the Lawnmower 3.0, the Lawnmower 4.0. It's like collecting the Infinity Stones, man. Get it, man. Simple as pie. GASNET20. That's GasNet20. Not only do you get 20% off your order, but you get free shipping. Don't let your lady be the only one clean down there, fellas. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it indeed. G, I don't know what you got going on over there.
I heard G screaming, no.
Hey, man, it's been a light behind him the whole night. Hey, that ghost finally got you, huh, G?
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, it's hilarious. You good,
yeah,
G?
If you listening on the podcast version, man, G disappeared on us for a minute. He vanished. No. He talking on mute now. We can't hear you, my boy.
Oh, my bad. I muted. My bad. I put you on mute because he was going through some internal affairs over there.
Yeah.
He was going through some domestic troubles.
No. Do not call me Richard Sherman now, right?
Oh, man. Hey, that's not a topic, but I will say that it seems out of character for him.
That's more mental health stuff, man.
Yeah, that goes back to what I was saying about, our male athletes. A lot of people were jumping on Richard Sherman and saying, "Oh, he's you know what I mean?" But who knows what that man was going through that night? Give people some grace.
What about Haskins, man?
Hey, man.
Hey, he was a victim.
He's innocent, you heard?
He was a victim, actually.
Hey, that's what happens when you party in strip clubs. When you partying in strip clubs with no mask, when your team's trying to make a playoff run. That's called karma.
I'll tell you what, Rome, you bad judgmental. I hope I see you in a mask. I'm gonna do you like the people at Trader Joe's when I go in with a mask on. They'll be like, "Yo, cover your nose." Like you better be flawless. Rome talking about my man, young Simba. You better be flawless. That's all I know. He without sin shall cast the first stone, Rome. And you looking rather sinful.
I'm fully vaccinated, and trust me, ain't no chicks taking no swings in my jaw. That's a guarantee.
Strippers doing a playoff run sounds like I'm going to the Super Bowl, my guy. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that sounds like that sounds good for your mental health.
Hey, well,
he was definitely prioritizing it.
We all got choices to make, man. We all got choices to make. Life will make choices for all of us, but on Thursday night there will be even more choices made for the NBA franchises, man. Thursday night commemorates one of my favorite nights in basketball. For many years, as a 76ers fan, I trusted the process, and I looked forward to draft night as the highlight of my season, I might add, for a good long time. Even with that, even though we are not part of the lottery, I am still forever tied to the lottery, forever tied to the NBA draft. So I am looking forward to Thursday evening where the NBA draft choices will be made, people. Choices will be made. More importantly, I've been doing a lot of scouting, man. A lot of scouting. I will release some of my scouting reports. They've been secretly kept away from the public for a number of weeks. I will release them tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will release all my scouting reports. So you'll have a number of them. All the top prospects, particularly my big three. I will drop my big three tomorrow. My big three is as follows. Cade Cunningham.
Fact.
Jalen Green. Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
In that order. In that order. That is the big three. I will go as far as say that there could be a 3B. There's another player that's in the mix, but we'll leave him out for now. But for right now, the big three. And, it's choices, man. To me, you really can't go wrong. This is one of those situations where I see three guys that are all consensus quality number one overall pick players. And I want to get into them a little bit for those that aren't familiar. So Cade Cunningham, we know, is a guard out of Oklahoma State. You should call him point guard. Really, he's an all-purpose guard. Excellent playmaker, scores on all three levels. He took his team to great heights during the season. He was always my consensus number one, and seems to be the most NBA, most NBA upside out of all the potentials, out of the top three. Jalen Green, we'll talk about this guy. A member of the one of the crusaders of the high school class decided to do something different. Jalen Green decided to skip college and go to the NBA G League for a year, in which he did pretty well, playing on the NBA G League Ignite, which is a team specially created for the rookies. And, he's your prototypical shooting guard. We're talking about a guy that's an excellent scorer, excellent shooter. He runs the floor. Pretty much it does everything you would possibly want from a shooting guard. Kind of reminds me of Bradley Beal in that kind of mold. He's just really good. I think he's got future all-star written all over him. I think he's as close as you can come to a can't-miss prospect. And then you got Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is, as we've seen with Phoenix this year, the right kind of big can take you a long way. And Evan Mobley has the characteristics of the right type of big that you would want in today's game, right? He's got quick feet. He's a good rebounder. He plays well around the basket. And he shows a lot of versatility, man. I wouldn't be surprised if you look down in this draft a few years from now and Evan Mobley ends up being the best player in the draft. With all that being said, Detroit has the number one pick. They have not verbally committed yet to selecting Cade Cunningham, although Cade Cunningham has verbally committed more or less to being the number one pick. He has exclusively denied working out for any team other than the Detroit Pistons. He said, I am the number one pick, and they have the number one pick. Therefore, that's the only team I'm working out for. So, with that being said, their choices are going to be made on Thursday night. We don't know for sure that Cade's going to be the number one pick, but this reminds me of, it brings me back in life, to when some of the great choices I have had to make. And it reminds me of, as a young boy, Pokemon was huge, man. In the Pokemon era, you started the game, you had a choice of 3 Pokemon that you could start with. You could start with Charmander, you could start with Squirtle, or you could start with Bulbasaur. Now, if you start with Bulbasaur, you are a little bit different, my friend. But
I started with Bulbasaur.
That's kind of the vibe that this draft class is giving me. Because there's 3 guys that you can get right with. You can get right with them in different ways. To me, Cade Cunningham is like the Charizard of the class. I think Jalen Green's just Squirtle. He's going to get you right no matter what. And then, Bulbasaur, Evan Mobley might end up being the best choice for you. But, you might have to struggle a little bit along the way. So, with that being said, that's my top 3. Fellas, I want to talk to you about this top 3. From what y'all know about these prospects, man, who would you pick with the number one pick? You're on the clock. T Boogie.
I think you got to go Cade here. And the only thing, my biggest flaw with Cade's game is it lacks urgency to me. Like he doesn't always play with enough urgency, pace. The last guard I can think of that I didn't like their urgency and pace in college. I thought they kind of had a older style game. James Harden, and I'm not saying it'll be James Harden, but what I am saying is something like that at the next level can be changed, and I think he'll be fine. I don't know about in Detroit. That's not really a city where guys go to thrive, but I think Cade has to be the choice. I mean, he has face of the franchise written all over him. Green's a little raw. He's an athlete. He's more of an athlete than a basketball player at this point. And Mobley, he's a big in a era where the bigs don't dominate the game. So, and I like Mobley, but Cade's the guy. Yeah.
And that's exactly the Bulbasaur. I agree with the Bulbasaur.
The Bulbasaur, that vine whip on the Rock. The Rock is weak against the grass.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good early on, bro, because no team really has bigs like that. So it may make sense to get a guy like Evan Mobley. Because everybody's got elite point guards. But if you get a Charizard, you know Charizard's a guy, man. If you had the Charizard holographic, you was that guy, man. You was that guy. Rome, what do you think about these top 3 picks, man? Who's your choice if you had to pick one?
Man, first off, I had the yellow version of Pokemon, so I got Pikachu, and then I just got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle along the way, man. That's how you got to do. You got to catch them all. But for me, man, I got
be the Pikachu.
So you
want to go down, bro?
I was Jalen.
Jalen sucks.
Yeah, that's what I was good. I really like my boy out of
strategy, by the way. When in doubt, draft
Jalen. That's not a bad idea. But I was gonna say Suggs, man. I really like my guy out of Gonzaga, but that's me. I don't know if that's the smartest pick, man. If you're telling me I'm a GM, you're telling me this is my career, I got to bring a guy to a city and make this work. I'm putting money on it. Then I think the safer bet is Cade Cunningham, man. I really like the confidence. I like the whole, like, I'm only working out for the number 1 team and they got the number 1 pick. So, you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of guy that you can market that. You can say, yo, he's ready to do it. He's ready to come in and take over. And those are the kind of players that I like, especially in the NBA.
Okay. G, you got the Pokeball. Who you choosing, bro?
I'm gonna go with the big guy, with the center, man. Now that bigs are looking like they'll start dominating the game, why not? Why not take a chance with the big? You need it. Look at Giannis. That's a big now. Is he not considered a big?
He is a big.
Look at Ben Simmons. Look at Ben Simmons, Embiid. Look who just won MVP. A big just won an MVP this year, and
That's true.
Shaq. So the bigs are coming up. The bigs are the new thing. I think you got to go with the big because you could do a lot more with a big than a guard.
I like it.
Okay.
Everybody go left.
I like that.
I like it.
I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, that's kind of what Philly did when they were drafting the B. Nobody was really looking at centers. He was supposed to be number 1 pick, and then he just fell to number 3. So, that's how it goes sometimes. Evan Mobley definitely has the game that you look for in this modern day game when it comes to bigs. Switchability is a word I like to use. Switchability is very important in the NBA when it comes to high pick and rolls, and we've seen what happened in the playoffs every series where teams tried to, strategize against bigs that did not have quick feet.
Yeah,
right. We've seen it every series.
Trendy to switch everything now. I don't know how long that trend will last, but currently, yeah, switch everything.
If you have bigs that have quick feet, you have high switchability, meaning you can play with your bigs on the floor. That's why I like guys. I always, just my personal thing for drafting bigs, I like guys with quick feet. Like a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr. is like, that's my ideal big because he can move. He has quick feet. He can stay up and guard guards, if he has to. But I don't think no one's giving enough love to Jalen Green. I know I said Cade Cunningham was my number 1 pick, and he is. But Jalen Green is a close second, man. I think he has all the tools, bro. Like, I'm talking about NBA-ready players.
He does have the tools.
He has everything.
He's not ready. He's not ready to lead a team.
He's not ready to lead a team. Yeah, I agree. Cade Cunningham's also probably ready to lead a team to another lottery selection, most likely. He'll lead them, though. He'll lead them there. Eventually, Eventually he'll be. No, eventually I think he'll be an all-star. I think he will.
Detroit will be in the lottery again.
But there's no question that Detroit is several picks away from being a good team again. So I don't see where they're not good. They're not.
So then why not
good
take a big if you Detroit? Because you can always get a guard. There's always a guard coming into the league.
They have nothing. They have nothing. Detroit has nothing. Besides Jeremy Grant, they have nothing.
Are you not hearing? You're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm saying,
bro, if you have a big
with the most dominant big,
he's not that dominant enough that you can just. No, he's not that dominant, dude. He's good, but he's not that dominant.
I'm not saying he's dominant. But
you don't have anybody giving the ball to say who's going to have the big. Tito, that.
But if you're saying that the big right now is a rarity, right? To find yourself a dominant big is a rarity. So why lose your chance on this draft when you know you're going to be in the lottery next year to get a guard for next year's draft? There's probably going to be a way better guard coming in next year than the ones they got now.
I wouldn't say that he's a dominant.
Next year's draft, who's going?
I'd say he's a good big with with all the talent that you need. I wouldn't say he's a dominant big. He's not a dominant big. I wouldn't say that. Not yet.
No, not yet. Tools. Not yet. And
he's not a dominant big. He wasn't down. He was a dominant big. He would have made some real noise in the tournament.
Let's be fair. Like, these guys shouldn't be expected to come in and just dominate straight away.
None of them will.
Yeah, like, but what you're trying to draft is a guy that's going to be in your org for 5-10 years. You want a guy like Giannis, right? That's going to stick around, stick through the mess, and when the team is ready to win, they're going to lead the team. That's what you're looking for. Or you're looking for a guy that's going to sell tickets. I don't know if Evan Mobley's selling tickets, and I don't know if he's going to be the guy that leads you to a championship. But he could be a great piece. He could definitely be a great piece on the championship team. But as far as the draft, I've seen enough drafts to know sometimes it's not about the player or the talent. It's about where you fall. So I'll evaluate it after the draft. I just want to see the suits, the families, the moms proud of their kids, the outfits. I'm ready to see all of that sort of thing. I don't really care where the players fall. My team won a championship.
Facts. It's definitely more about where you go. We're gonna get retro hats this year or what?
You said the retro hats?
Yeah, like, you know, every year every hat has a different design. Or this year's design a lot better than the years before.
I didn't even take a look. I didn't even take a look at any of the merch yet. I've decided not to buy any merch until it goes on sale. My team's won the championship. I'm gonna make the fiscal play and, you know what I'm saying, win the championship in my personal life.
I feel it. All right, bet. That segues us great into our last topic. Talking about personal life, man. Talking about life decisions, man. Talking about private life, if you will. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we talked about Issa Rae before. You know, we all are fans of her show, Insecure, which will be back for the final season on HBO. Thank me later for the free plug. But yeah, we talking about personal life. We're talking about Issa Rae. Issa Rae made some news recently. I'm not sure if y'all follow her on Instagram, but she popped up, man. Popped up with a picture in true Issa Rae fashion. You know, caption says something along the lines of, "Yeah, we just had an impromptu photo shoot, and I just took a picture with some girls who are all dressed together that are all my friends, and I just happened to, pull up and take a picture with somebody's husband, you know, whatever the case may be." Turns out, Issa Rae whole ass got married, man. She got married, man. She got married and didn't tell nobody. No, sneak peeks. You know how people are these days on Instagram, man. You know how girls are nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They'll show the picture of the brother, you know what I'm saying? They might not show the picture of the brother, but they'll show the brother arm and shit. You know what I'm saying? They be like, yeah. And they be like, yeah, that's my boo right there. The whole time it be just a nigga arm and shit. Just like,
they be like, hold up, is that the gas tattoo? I think I know him.
Hands. They be like, hold on, I think I know that arm. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Issa Rae ain't do that, man. She ain't throw no sneak peeks. You You know what I'm saying? She ain't post a nigga. You know
But
how
she gotta come no teeth, no
you know how
tats,
I
no
be,
tats.
bro. You
Can't
know
get
how I
caught.
be. You know how I be, bro. Shorties will post you, bro. Shorties will post you. That's a whole thing. It's like a coming of age nowadays, right? You get posted on the gram. Shoot, I've been there, bro. Shorty even tag you on the story and the close friends. That's a step. That's a step, bro. It's a step. Then you get the official post. We all together. It might even say nothing official nowadays. Girls heart they heartless these days. You know what I'm saying, fellas? They'll hit you with a regular, yeah, that's my fave type shit, and that be the one. That be the, you know, hey, that's my man now type shit. You know, that's what we're dealing with, bro. So for Issa Rae to go from, we don't even know this girl was dating anybody, we didn't even know she had a boo, we didn't even know anything, to pulling up married, it's a very big transition, man. I've seen a lot of girls on Instagram. A lot of them are capping. I'm going to keep it 100. A lot of them are capping. They're like, oh, yeah, that's the wave. I feel Issa, you better do that. Okay. You going to come out here and just get married out the blue? You going to go from nothing to a relationship? All right, yeah, that's how I'm trying to do it. And I just want to let all the girls know that's saying that right now, that y'all capping. But I want to know what y'all think, fellas. Would y'all get married out the blue? Like, literally, maybe y'all had a relationship, keep it secret. What do y'all think about that, man? Privacy in relationships is really the topic. What do y'all think about this, man? Y'all think it's the right move? Y'all think it's a good move? Y'all think it's a smart move? Or, you know, what are your thoughts? T, you first.
Hey, I think it's a smart move, but maybe not a smart move for everybody. And like you said, it's a lot of capping going on because if you don't post your girl, you're going to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you just want to do a surprise wedding. If it's the other way around, it's a guy not posting his girl on social media, you're probably going to hear about it. But
if you're not posting her, is she yours?
I don't know. That's one of them. If the tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it. You know what I'm saying? No, but look. I appreciate it for the fact that a lot of people follow a lot of traditions that they just follow them. They don't know why they're following them. The traditions don't serve them. They don't serve a real purpose anymore. They're old and outdated. And a lot of people just do it. She did what she felt worked best for her. And I can respect that. So if you just want to pop out with a husband, then do that. I feel like your relationship is, and your marriage should be private anyway. So, you know, whatever you post is whatever you post. Whatever you don't is whatever you don't. But I like the idea of just doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing and doing it your way on your terms.
100%. Privacy is the only way to go, man. And it's your relationship. Other people aren't in it. When y'all go home and lay down at the end of the night, man, it's you two. It don't got nothing to do with what I think, what somebody else think, or somebody else want to say. So kudos to them for keeping it private. I think it's even harder to do when you're famous. It's really almost impossible to do when you're famous. So big kudos to them for being able to do that. Especially when you're as famous as Issa. Everybody be talking about her. Everybody be trying to see what's popping with Issa Rae nowadays. So for her to be able to pull off a secret wedding is honestly very impressive. But I would hope that this does become a trend. I would hope that people keep their relationship and things more private. Like I hate that we live in this reality TV era where we have shows like Love and Hip Hop. I seen a clip on Instagram the other day. They got guitars falling on babies and stuff now, man. Like these people nowadays don't have no privacy. They're just in the studio, ghetto as hell with their babies, getting divorced all on TV, being all crazy and ratchet. So big shout out to Issa Rae. Hopefully people will take that cue and keep it private, whether it's happy, whether it's ratchet. I don't care. I don't need to see it.
Hold on, one more thing. Let me piggyback off you real quick. Like, I like the fact that you said, you know what I'm saying, the privacy and all that. I feel like life is hard, right? And you don't always know how to navigate through the world. So sometimes people have to see a celebrity or someone that they look up to buck a trend for them to feel like, oh, okay, you can do this. It's not taboo. It's like, all right, well, cool. Maybe I can do this. So I thought that was big, just to show people that there ain't the blueprint is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? It's not nobody else's blueprint. It's what you make.
Right. G, did you comment
I
on this?
just want to say, in the wise word of Soulja Boy, she stole the whole fucking flow, dog. Spanish people have been doing this shit for forever. They get married in secret after the second child is born. And it's over with. That's your wife. That's your husband for life. She did what Spanish people has been doing for decades. What? Bruh, people don't get invited. They get a phone call 3 minutes before, like, I got married with such and such. Oh, word, the second kid's coming? You already know, baby. Like, I'll be there for the baby shower. That's it. People don't get married. She started a whole fucking flow from the wise word of Mr. I did it first. She out here. I'm proud of her. Congratulations to her and her new marriage. But this, man, listen. I know y'all all have a poppy or mommy that I know on the way. Ask them how they get married. They're going to tell you, I just had his third kid. Oh, I just had her second. She just had my second baby. And we're here forever. Forever, in the wise with the future. But now, congratulations. I mean, it happens all the time and shit. I won't call my family to my wedding. I don't like half of them in the first place. And the other half is too cheap to even give me any money for like the dinner party. So I'm cool with what she did. She did the right thing. She's smooth with it. She was like, man, I'm probably going to just have my girl so they could know I did this shit. He going to have a couple of his boys, probably his mommy and daddy, my mommy and daddy, and that's it. What she did the right thing. She saved a lot of money. She's out here looking like a Geico insurance video. She saved 15% off on everything. So congratulations to you, mama.
Yeah, I don't know if she saved a lot of money. She definitely saved a lot of problems potentially. But I don't know, man. I do want to say that people should probably make their relationship less public. I think any type of movement towards making your relationship less public or as little to do with everybody else but you is probably the best for your relationship. So keeping your relationship in private is probably for the best for your relationship. So I think Issa Rae is on the right track with that. The only thing I wonder is that if you do, suddenly, marry somebody and then, then now, they're not getting like a preview, especially if you're a celebrity. They're not getting a preview to the lifestyle of what it is. So, now there's going to be a little bit more test on it. Now, it's a stronger hold, though, I will say, because, the ring's on, the marriage bond, all that. But I do encourage people to, make their relationship more private. I think that will benefit everybody. Everybody, your relationship, us, first of all, so many things. But overall, yeah, I think it's a good look. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if everybody's going to actually be able to stay disciplined with that shit because, the truth is, man, girls be getting hype off the littlest thing, man. And like we be hyped too. Like shit, we be working hard for it. So like, them little arm posts and little, like the Women Crush Wednesdays. I remember when that was a thing. Just like them things are gonna be part of the game. So I just don't know. Overall, I'd say the best thing for everybody is to keep your relationship private. We don't really care that much, truthfully. But I thought it was an interesting subject, man. And, very interesting, nothing to say the less. But, yeah. Anybody got some closing thoughts before we move on for the evening?
No, not really. I just want to say shout out to Issa, man, because the pictures did look amazing. I think they were in like France, nice France. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Never been. But, yeah. Do what.
The photos look good.
Yeah, do what serves you, man. Don't do what everyone else is doing. Don't do what everyone else isn't doing. Just do what serves you, and you'll be fine in life.
Right. Facts. That's what I really wanted Ben to say. When you do it private or publicly, just don't let any of that have any bearing on your relationship. Do you and be happy, and don't really care what anyone else thinks. I think most of all you'll be good. Anybody else got any last thoughts for the evening?
Just don't go to Vegas and get one of those. I'm gonna get on the Mary moments. She did the right thing. She took her time, right? She ain't pull up any Spears on us, right? We alright. She be alright.
Hey, y'all gotta stop letting these shorties only post their arm, man. Tell them you gotta put my face in it, man. Especially if you paying for all these meals, bro.
No.
Come on, you paying for stuff out here, bro. And she only posting your thumb.
The sneaky links. You're not trying to get caught.
Once
tell her she gotta put a filter on the tattoo.
One time, Shorty posted. It wasn't even me. It was the gift that I gave her, and she tagged it and was like, "Oh my God, I'm like so in love." And I'm just like, "Hey," she put "I'm in love" and my @ name all in the same post. So I was like, "Okay, it might mean something." You know, all this deciphering. You know, Morse code. We gotta figure out what these bitches do.
Does that mean something?
Was she in love?
She said.
Was she in love with you, or was she in love with the gift?
Probably in love with the motherfucking gift, or you know,
Hey, it happens to the best of player.
or she was in love with the show, man. Because you know, everybody love the show, man. Everybody love the show, man. Everybody love the gang, man. So if you love the gang, you know, make sure you get you a gas hat. $15 get you a gas hat. $10 get you a t-shirt. And definitely get you some Manscaped, bro. Gasnet 20 gets you 20% off. That is all you need. If you are listening on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast, hit subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe.
Subscribe and like.
If you are at home, hey man, kick back, take your last shot of the evening. It's been a great ride, fellas. Gas presents Sports for the Culture, man. You know what we do, and you know how we close it out, man. We are sports for the culture. So, with that being said, sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.